My name is Lucy. Today I'm going to read a book. The Hopper Starts School. Illustrated by David Crowcroft. The Hopper was asleep in the bed when suddenly Mother Hopper called. Wake up, Hoppers! It's the first day of school. Three of the Hoppers didn't want to wake up early, but Fluffy Tail got up. Wake up, Speedy Legs, Fluffy Ear. Wake up, Snubby Nose. It's the first day of school. Finally, all four Hoppers were out of bed. They went downstairs to eat their breakfast, and Snubby Nose slid down the railing. You better hurry or you'll be late for school, says Mother Hopper. The Hopper began to eat the oatmeal, but the oatmeal was very hot. When Snubby Nose ate his, he burned his mouth. Ow, he howled. That oatmeal's too hot. Quick, take a drink of water, Snubby Nose, says Speedy Legs. Swallow some milk, says Fluffy Ears. If you don't finish your oatmeal quickly, you'll be late for school, says Fluffy Tail. I made your lunches for you. I put them in your lunchbox, says Mother Hopper. Mother Hopper says. The Hoppers leaped up to grab their lunchbox, but Snubby Nose got his lunch. It was in a plain brown paper bag. Mother, why don't I have a lunchbox? Snubby Nose asked. I could not find your lunchbox, Snubby Nose. You must have lost it, says Mother Hopper. Then Snubby Nose cried even more loudly when he burned his mouth. There's no more time for crying, says Snubby Nose. Mother Hopper says, you have to get to school before the bell. The four Hoppers started out the road to school. Still, Snubby Nose sniffed and cried. You have to stop crying, Snubby Nose. We'll miss the last bell, says Fluffy Ears. You were in the garden with your lunchbox. We can clean it out and put your lunches in it tomorrow, says Speedy Legs. I hear the bell. We have to hurry if we want to get to school, cried Fluffy Tail. The three Hoppers began to run down the path towards school. They left Snubby Nose behind. He didn't want to run. He was upset about his mouth and his lunchbox, and now he was late for school. The Hoppers had left him behind. He sat down on the side of the path and cried quietly to himself. What's this crying on the first day of school? A voice says. Grandpa Grizzly had come up the path sat down next to Snubby Nose. Today is the first day of school, says Snubby Nose, but I burned my mouth on the hot oatmeal. Then I left my lunchbox in the garden, and I couldn't take it to school. When I cried, the other Hopper told me I would be late. They heard the bell ring and they ran on ahead. Grandpa Grizzly put his paw on Snubby Nose's shoulder. There's only one thing to do when things go bad, he says, and that's to keep going. He walked Snubby Nose down the path towards school. Look at the pretty fall leaves, Snubby Nose. Why don't you put some in your pocket to take to school, says Grandpa Grizzly. The red and yellow leaves were falling all around them. Snubby Nose filled his pockets. See the pretty flowers by the side of the road? Why don't you pick a bunch for your teacher, says Grandpa Grizzly. Snubby Nose picked the pretty yellow flowers. Soon he had forgotten about his troubles. Here is the school, says Grandpa Grizzly, and I think I see the other Hoppers, Fluffy Tail, Fluffy Ear, and Speedy Legs, were all waiting in front of the school. They waved when they saw Snubby-Nose. Before Snubby-Nose ran to join them, Grandma Grizzly stopped him. Do you feel better, Snubby-Nose? Grandma Grizzly asked. Yes, said Snubby-Nose. If you feel bad again, remember the 4 leaves and the flowers. You remember you can feel better all by yourself, Grandpa Grizzly says. He took a shiny red apple out of his pocket and gave it to Snubby-Nose. Thank you, Grandpa Grizzly, cried Snubby-Nose. Snubby-Nose ran towards the other hoppers. They went inside the school just as the last bell rang. Goodbye, we'll see you again. Thanks for watching my video.